I'm sorry. You just caught me during my midnight browsing. To get a different opinion, we met with Paco Rodriguez to discuss the issue of free community college. Mr. Rodriguez is a Spanish professor at Santa Barbara City College School of Modern Languages, so he will be able to provide an opinion from a perspective that other politicians and leaders are not able to offer. Our research team has thoroughly investigated the issue using articles that provide different points of view.
For our in-depth research of the topic of community college, we consulted 2 articles with 2 very different messages. First article, called The Debate of Free Community College, from The Atlantic, portrays free community college in a very positive light. It told the story of Cesar Sanchez, a son of a Mexican immigrant, who got to go to community college at no cost because of a state program called the Tennessee Promise. It also goes on to describe a similar program that was launched in Oregon in the fall of 2015. The article's main argument for free community college is that it gives students like Sanchez an opportunity to go to college that wouldn't have existed without the program. It also says that at least 5 other states are looking into the concept, and that programs like these help create a more college-going culture. In contrast, the article Why Young Adults Shouldn't Bite on the Bait of Free Tuition Promises from crnc.org states that free community college wouldn't work because of the cost of college that would increase dramatically for the rich. The cost of college would have to be paid off by graduates in the form of taxes, and with the potential increased amount of students, high-quality teachers would be more scarcely distributed. This article shows that free community college in a very negative light. At the end states that the tuition-free college programs in Germany and Scandinavia are not the systems we want to emulate.
College would make students less motivated because they don't have to make sure that they're getting their money's worth? Or do you think that free community college could help students' performance because they don't have to worry about the money and the expenses of college?
Well, it's a matter of access. I mean, it's important that students have access. So you don't want anybody left out of an education because of financial difficulties. So it is essential that students have access. Now, it is true that a free tuition only gives students a very basic, basically access to very basic access to the college. Then scholarships, financial aid, etc., make really entice them and really help them through the system. The free tuition gets you at the door, then financial aid and scholarships and other financial incentives help the students through the process. Will the fact that the door is open, will it give access to more people who are just there for a free ride, or they're going to have the incentive but then eventually will drop? That I don't think that that's a huge I don't think that anybody, if you're not a good student, if you're not serious about your education, whether you pay $100 or you pay nothing, I don't think that's a big difference. So I don't think it would be a big changer in terms of retention or student success, but it will help access. I think it may help those students who are absolutely poor and they cannot put together, $500 or $600 that may cost them being a full-time student. So I think it may help with access, and it may not affect retention. So I think it's positive. And again, it's in tune with our mission.
Okay, so in the big picture, looking at all the opposing sides and arguments, do you believe that community college should be free?
I do, yeah. That's what it was supposed to be. So yes, it should be free. Students should be able.
Professor Rodriguez started off by stating that a college-educated population is a vital part of the economy, saying that community college is like the kidney of the economy. When the economy is doing good, he said, less students enroll because it is easier to find jobs. And when the economy is doing bad, more students enroll to touch up their degrees and increase their qualifications so that they can get a job. Additionally, he said that community college was free when it was created and was meant to remain that way, but the cost went up with the economic recessions and never went back down again. For example, in 1997, when he started teaching, the cost of community college was $9 per unit. Now that number has risen to about $30 per unit, which is a much larger change than the inflation from then to now. However, he said that programs like the one in Oregon and Tennessee promise are an effective way of restoring the intended zero-cost community college. He believes that administering the cost and services of and distributing funds to community college should be left to the state and federal government, as they are the ones that collect taxes, and thus the distributions of funds would be more direct without having to go through local governments. Even though he has not followed the 2016 presidential race closely, he believes that Democratic candidate Bernie Sanders has the best plan for higher education, stating that Republicans are typically more distrustful of private entities, such as community colleges, and tend to support private ones, and that Democrats, especially Sanders, are more willing to support public projects and reduce the cost of them for the public. One small drawback, he noted, was that students are more likely to drop out if it is free because they do not have the incentive to get their money's worth. But that would not make that big of a difference, because most of the kids who drop out because they are not interested do, even with the current cost. In the big picture, considering the pros and cons, Professor Rodriguez was in favor of free community college, stating that it gave all students an equal opportunity for higher education, regardless of income level.
In conclusion, Professor Rodriguez was all for community college, stating that a college-educated population is beneficial for the economy, and that community college was created to be free and should remain that way. He also stated that programs such as Tennessee Promise are an effective way of making community college free again. He said that the biggest impact would be that the students who have all the qualifications for a community college, except for the money, will be given at least an opportunity for a higher education. As far as our articles go, the debate over free community college was more trustable for a number of reasons. First, theatlantic.com was not a biased website and has articles from many points of view, whereas www.crnc.org is a website that only focuses on college-related issues from a Republican perspective, which is much more specific. Also, the debate over free community college included concrete examples of free college programs, such as Tennessee Promise, and of people who have benefited from the program, such as Cesar Sanchez, whereas why young adults shouldn't bite on the bait of free tuition promises only makes speculations about the potential disasters of free community college in America. From our research and interview, our group concluded that the free community college would benefit American people, and it should be a right granted to every citizen.
I'm blue, I've been need, I've been died, I've been need.